Hey, this is Hans from Dakota Angler and Outfitter. We're going to tie a checked out hare's ear nymph. What I've got in the vise here is a C400 BL jig hook from Umpqua, and we've got a slotted tungsten bead on it. This happens to be a size 14, but you can tie this in as large as a size 8 and down to a size 16. And I'm going to start my thread right behind the bead, wrap to the back of the hook, to the end of the hook shank, take off my extra thread, and we'll take a bundle of Hungarian partridge fibers that I've just peeled off the stem of the feather. Tie those in at the back of the hook. Tie those down. And trim off the excess here at the front. And we'll tie in some peacock midge diamond braid. Tie that in right behind the bead. Wrap back along the hook shank. Next, I'll take some hare's ear dubbing, just a natural colored hare's ear dubbing. And I don't wind this too tight on my thread. I want it to be a little shaggy. So I'll start here at the back of the hook, work my way forward. Tighten that up just a little bit. Work my way forward towards the bead. I'm going to leave a little bit of room behind the bead here. Got some work to do at the front of the fly. And we're going to take that diamond braid. Make sure we don't mess up the angle of our tail too much when I start wrapping that. There we go. And we'll wrap that and kind of sink it into that hare's ear dubbing. Get about 4 wraps of that. We'll do a quick tie off here at the front, tying off that diamond braid. Trim off the excess. We'll take some hot pink ice dub. Put our hot spot on the fly. And build up a nice little hot spot thorax. And to finish the front of the fly, we'll do a soft tackle with another partridge feather. The way I prepare soft tackles is I take the tip of the feather, pinch that, and then I pull back the remaining fiber, so I just have that little triangular tip there. I'll trim off about half of that triangle and I'll tie that in front of the thorax. And then make about 1.5 turns of that partridge. And I'm ready to tie that off. I'll just bring my thread underneath there. Tie that down with a couple of turns. And trim off the rest of the feather. Fold that soft tackle collar back and put a couple wraps or a few wraps of thread in front. And put just a little bit of hare's ear dubbing on in front of that soft tackle. And then we'll do a 3-turn whip finish right behind the bead. Trim off our thread. And there we have a little jig that when you bounce that along the bottom is an effective fish catcher, especially if you got a and there we have an effective little hare's ear jig that bounces right along the bottom. It's a good fly to have at the bottom of your rig and fish a smaller nymph up above it. This bouncing along the bottom gives you some good weight, but also is a very effective fly. Catches a lot of fish, especially fish that are used to feeding on little caddis. They seem to like this fly quite a bit, and you got that little trigger of a hot spot in the middle. And it's good to keep this kind of a shaggy looking fly. Keeps the fly moving quite a bit when it's in the water. Simple fly to tie, very effective fly. I'm Hans from Dakota Angler and Outfitter in Rapid City, South Dakota. We just finished tying the checked out hare's ear. Check this video out and more at flyfishsd.com. We also have materials for sale on our website, so if you need any materials to tie this fly, you can purchase them there. Thanks for watching.